History was made on May 14, 2026, as the University of Benin in Edo State added another milestone to its rich academic tradition with the presentation of its 368th inaugural lecture by Professor Lateef Adeyemo of the Department of Religious Studies. Titled Religion, Humanism, and Theocommunicentrism, a personal account of an Islamic scholar. The lecture has been described as a landmark contribution to Islamic scholarship in Nigeria. It is the first inaugural lecture in Islamic studies ever delivered at the University of Benin and only the second in the discipline across Nigeria's South-South and Southeast geopolitical zones, marking a significant advancement in Islamic intellectual scholarship in two regions.
Professor Lateef Adeyemo was born on 25th January 1964 in Modakeke, Osun State, to the family of Chief Abdul Aziz Alabi Adeyemo. He had his primary school education at Nawar Udin School, Araromi, Okwedo, and later the Apostolic Primary School, Balesango, Modakeke, Osun State, where he obtained his first school leaving certificate in 1979. He attended Modakeke Islamic Grammar School, Osun State, where he obtained his West African School certificate in 1985. He thereafter attended Osun Theological College.
Beginning on an emotional note, Professor Adeyemo dedicated the lecture to his late parents, recalling how financial hardship nearly denied him the opportunity of formal education until free education policies introduced by the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo changed the trajectory of his life. He described his rise from humble beginnings to the rank of professor as a journey sustained by God's grace, perseverance, and an unwavering passion for learning.
This lecture is dedicated to my late parents with love and appreciation. I don't know if they are here today, but even if they are around, they will be too feeble to be here because my father died at a ripe age of 106. And my mother died at the ripe age of 97.
The high point of the lecture was the unveiling of theocommunicentrism, a concept Professor Adeyemo described as his original contribution to global scholarship. The framework, he says, brings together God, the individual, and the community as the three pillars of ethical leadership: justice, peaceful coexistence, and sustainable development. According to him, societies can only attain lasting progress when faith, morality, and communal responsibility are allowed to work together.
What is theocommunicentrism? It is my own personal gloss. I created that word. And if you give it to AI or anything, it will refer you back to me and refer you back to my work. It's my own personal creation. Theocommunicentrism combines theocentrism with communocentrism. We are talking about God, the community, and individual. All have responsibility. And that's why elementary, the chief judge of Sri Lanka once said that by the time the relationship between man and God is well tended, the vertical relationship between God and man is well tended, there will not be problem about the horizontal relationship.
Professor Adeyemo argued that Islam is a comprehensive way of life that goes beyond acts of worship to embrace governance, ethics, law, economics, and social relations. He maintained that genuine human dignity derives from divine purpose and warned against separating morality from leadership and governance.
We are going to look at religion, humanism, and of course community-centered governance, faith-shaped human dignity, social relations, and ethical governance. Now, core questions that has been guiding my research activity are these. One, what does it mean to be human? in relation to God and society. What does it take? What does it take? We must know the reason why we are here. If we do not know the reason why we are here, we will not be able to live well. In Islam, religion, which is deen in Arabic, is a comprehensive way of life, covering every aspect of life. It covers all the gamut of human life in all its ramifications, including worship, ethics, governance, law, social relations. Religion serves as a framework for spiritual guidance, moral accountability, and communal harmony.
The professor also used the occasion to strongly condemn terrorism and violent extremism, insisting that criminal groups such as Boko Haram neither represent Islam nor reflect its teachings. He stressed that Islam promotes peace, education, tolerance, and the sanctity of human life.
What they are doing is not representing Islam and is not part of our religion. And we do not support it. Boko is around. I have to leave Nigeria to go to Malaysia. I was 17 hours in the airborne for 17 hours for the first time ever. So how will the Boko be around and somebody will be traveling to conceal them? So they are not representing Muslims. The Prophet says, search for knowledge, look for knowledge, even if it is as far as China. The fathers known to Arab then was China, and the Prophet used it. So what they are doing does not represent Muslim, but the religion of Islam.
He also recommended the establishment of an interdisciplinary research center on religion, ethics, and governance, as well as an institute dedicated to Islamic financial studies at the University of Benin.
I recommended to the university establishment of interdisciplinary research center on religion, ethics, and governance to foster collaborative scholarship and engage policy debates, host annual symposia, and publish peer-reviewed papers on this theme. Establish a department or an institute for the study and teaching of Islamic financial system.
Representing the Vice-Chancellor, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Academics, Professor Victor Ogi Igbineweka, commended Professor Adeyemo for his immense contributions to Islamic scholarship, describing his inaugural lecture as a testament to the University of Benin's commitment to academic excellence and groundbreaking research.
Spouse, siblings, son-in-law, please come up stage. Please let us joyfully. Please can we reduce that sound, please? Let us receive on stage the spouse of our inaugural lecturer today, Fatima Adeyemo. Please put your hands together for them. Rafat Logu Adeyemo, please celebrate her. We also welcome the children, Zainab Abimbola Adeyemo. We also welcome Miriam Adebanke Adeyemo.
Why? Because he only proved his mettle. Has always been a scholar, and today in the city of Benin, in the University of Benin, he has registered Islam in a good light that generation will live to remember. He tried to present Islam in a way that the community should have a research into, unlike the ignorance that is predominant in many communities.
He started his PhD in Malaysia, and now at the age of 62, he's doing his inaugural lecture. It's really, really interesting. He has passed through tough time to achieve what he has, and the personal lesson is, if you have a strong conviction in something and you work towards it, with support of God, you will achieve it one day. So I'm so happy with him and his family for that he's able to make it this.
Which is for him is that to progress more in the ladder of progress, we need him more to be more useful for the Nigeria, especially as a larger society. People like what Oluyede have laid down, we need people like him too in that corridor where they can establish better and a very emulating things in Nigeria. I think we need him more. Thank you.
For members of his family, the inaugural lecture was more than an academic exercise. It was a celebration of decades of sacrifice, resilience, and unwavering dedication to scholarship. They said he has made them proud.
Full of joy, glory, and glorifications to Almighty Allah for having, worked with my spouse for over 3 decades, and I watch him grow. In fact, the expression is only known to Almighty Allah. It's a day of joy for me, a day of glory to Almighty God, and all with me has always been gratitude to Almighty Allah. And I pray that Almighty Allah continue to allow everything that He has endowed him with lots of goodies, and what have you. And this achievement so far, may Almighty Allah let it be a stepping stone to something greater to happen in his life.
So happy for his presentation. It's a contribution to humanity, and it will remain in the history of the university. Being the first to present from the Department of Religion and from Islamic perspective, for that matter, it's really something it's really worthwhile. I'm so happy. You can see me really smile.
Fún oore tọ́lọ́run ṣe nínú ìdílé wa, Ọlọ́run tó bá mi gbé ga, mo sì gbàdúrà pé ní agbára Ọlọ́run kò ní dèrò ẹ̀yìn, ẹni wájú ní ọmọ jẹ́. Lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run nínú ìgbé ayé ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, mo dúpẹ́ fún tọ́lọ́run ṣe, fún ìgbéga tọ́lọ́run fi fún wọn nídìí iṣẹ́ wọn. Mo dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run, mo sì gbàdúrà pé ìtẹ̀síwájú sí àti okun àti agbára tí ó fi ṣiṣẹ́ náà láti yọrí, táwọn náà ó fi fẹ̀yìntì láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. Mo wá tó ń gbàdúrà wípé kí àwọn ọmọ wọn náà k'Ọlọ́run gbìn ga ju ti bàbá wọn lọ.
Friends, professional colleagues, and dignitaries at the event praised Professor Adeyemo for his enduring commitment to teaching, research, and mentorship, describing him as an academic whose work continues to shape Islamic scholarship both within and outside Nigeria.
This is a thing that excites me. It's a thing of excitement to hear that even in the Southeast, we are now having people who can represent Islam, who can deliver lectures on religions, because it's very rare, especially when we have Islamic studies component. All we hear about before is from other religion and probably traditional religion. So this is telling us that yes, Islam is growing, and people are growing with Islam, and people are now being tolerant, allowing other religious practices to grow in this part of the country.
The father is a mentor and is one of our supervisory advisory in Albarka Microfinance Bank, and they play a vital role in ensure humanity exists, and that is why, at least when you see from the lecture he delivered today, you realize that he's a man of integrity, he's a man of honor, he's a man of all round, particularly when you look at humanity combined with economy, particularly with the society. He has played his role, and that is what leads in today's lecture.
With today's lecture, I hope and pray that God will continue to elevate him in more knowledge, with knowledge and understanding, the wisdom to present the facts and the civilization that has not been lost in this contemporary world, and I hope that it will not be lost. So far we have people like Prof Adeyemo among us. We still retain that civilization, especially the Islamic civilization, which we currently need when this world is turning to another shape entirely.
I feel elevated that, so the honor goes to my brother. In fact, I was very happy that such things is given to my brother. The sky is the limit. My prayer is that it continue to grow like that. Inshallah,
the major one I will take home there is the interconnection between religions, which actually foster the peace in our environment. If we can implement what Professor Adeyemo has said today, I'm telling you, Nigeria is going to move forward. It's going to move forward, because the only thing mitigating us is the religion acrimony that is happening in between. We don't need it. So This lecture has actually dissected the problem of Nigeria. That if you can apply it, I'm telling you, we are going to move forward.
For Professor Lateef Kayode Adeyemo, this inaugural lecture was more than the fulfillment of an academic tradition. It was the culmination of a lifelong journey, from a young boy whose education was once uncertain to a renowned scholar, introducing a new intellectual framework to the world. As the applause faded inside the University of Benin auditorium, one message resonated clearly: scholarship finds its greatest value not merely in generating knowledge, but in transforming society. The introduction of theocommunicentrism has undoubtedly secured Professor Adeyemo a remarkable place in the history of the University of Benin and Islamic scholarship in Nigeria. Adeola Balogun, Clear TV News.